docking job there. Nice work.
Should I warm up the engines?
If you need anything, just ask.
I'm proud to be part of this Stroud-Eklund team.
Are you ready to do some business?
My business is switching to Stroud-Eklund. It just makes sense.
You have a good day.
I'm glad that's finally resolved.
Good show.
We have a clean dock, right on the money.
Anything I can help you with? Need some work done? Sure, have at it.
Good luck finding Barrett. Keep an eye out for Hella while you're at it.
That's that.
I dig how you handled that.
Hey, what can I do for you? Hey, what can I do for you? Okay, no problem.
I like your style.
is it customary to give the Mantis some sort of reward?
The Mantis never takes a reward. Bless you, sir. Ma'am. I can't believe we were rescued by you.
Wait, so this is free? You both gotta be pulling my leg here. Happily. Take this, Mantis.
So damn classy. You're my hero, Mantis.
Well then, thank you, Mantis. Ship's repaired. We'll be heading out.
Dan acknowledging incoming hail. Docking Bay 1 is free.
Airlock integrity looks good.
Well, that was fun. Now what?
Anything I can help you with?
How about my foot up your ass, newsboy?
Oh, this station's seen better days. I wonder if the UC will ever fully restore it to its former glory.
That's exactly your problem. You don't think. If you weren't such a lousy reporter, you wouldn't be stuck all the way out here.
I mean, I guess maybe that's true, but if so, you're just as stuck out here as I am. So what does that say?
Oh, wow! You really do want me to kick your ass, don't ya?
All right, that's enough. Bastion, go cool off. Get a drink.
Whatever. Fine.
Holden, I appreciate that you have a job to do. I really do. But you need to consider that you don't operate in a vacuum. If you're stationed here long term, that means you're around these people all day, every day. And they're not going to like it if you're making them look bad.
Lieutenant Commander Marquez, I appreciate your concern, but I have an obligation to SSNN to report on what I see.
I'm sure they do know that, Holden. I'm just saying, maybe use a little more discretion in your reporting. Maybe a lot. Don't worry. When the next big story breaks out here, I'll be sure to help you get the scoop, okay?
I will think on that. Thank you.
Hello there. Welcome to the Trade Authority. I'm Marcel, and if there's anything I can do for you, please, do let me know. Our stock may not be as vast as New Atlantis or Sidonia, but I will do my best to see that you leave here satisfied. And seeing as the Trade Authority is the only fully licensed operator for the Den, I'm afraid your alternatives are, shall we say, slim. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and I hope this and all future interactions are profitable for both of us. Thank you. Did you have any trouble en route? None of your concern. Our business here is done. If there's anything I can do for you, please say the word. You won't find a better offer on the station.
If you're ever in New Atlantis, mind putting in a good word for me? I don't think my messages to SSNN are getting through.
Can't wait until I get to rotate out of here.
Hey, newbie. It's a nice set of boots you got there. They for sale? I'll give you, say, 500 credits for them. They'd look better on me anyway. I don't know. Looks like they're perfect. Sturdy, polished, and just my size. But fine. If you don't want to sell, it's your loss.
I try not to trade in gossip, but if you have any verifiable information...
I'm on what you call... I'd heard that Den wasn't quite living up to its old standards, but this... Oh, it's definitely worse than I expected.
She's gonna be lucky to have me as a boss.
How come talking about history makes people so uncomfortable? Hey there. Ain't seen you before. What brings you to the Den? That's so. Not many have reason to pass through here. Seems like most avoid it. But what do I know? I'm just an old man who's been here too long. Well, you're welcome here, so long as I don't hear you disrespecting the United Colonies military. You got a problem with our history or our heroes? And you can find somewhere else to get yourself a drink. Clear? Well, now that depends. You support the UC? Consider yourself a patriot? Sure as hell does. All right, maybe you can help me out. Had some posters made up a while back to remind folks of the good work Ve Victis has done for all of us. Try and push back against all the lies the government tells. I'd put them up here, but that's, caused some friction with the Vanguard pilots. I hate to see them go to waste, though. If a strong-willed, patriotic individual, such as yourself, were to make sure some of them were placed where they could inspire the people of the United Colonies, well, that'd be something. And there'd be some credits in it for anyone helping out the UC. What do you think? I was thinking the well might be a good spot. People down there might be more receptive, don't you think? That's the spirit. All right. Posters are in the back there, and you just let me know when you're done. Tell me something I don't know. You should have seen this place 30 years ago. UC's best and brightest were in and out of here all the time. But then the Colony War and... well, most folks don't like to be honest about that. I ain't one to turn my back on those who saved us in those days. And because I won't dishonor the memory of Ve Victis, business dries up. Ain't my problem that people don't like to face the reality of what happens in wartime. The man was a hero, not a traitor. Oh, he was a brilliant man. Just brilliant. Best leader we could have asked for in a crisis. He made the tough decisions no one else could. Did what needed to be done. Saved our asses. And when it was over, they turned on him. Called him a traitor and executed him. Just shameful. Well, not all of us are just gonna go along with rewriting history. Some of us remember. We saw it happen. Ve Victis sacrificed everything to save the United Colonies. That's what a real hero does. Some of the UC's finest here. Long live the UC.
surprising, isn't it? Out here on the edge of UC space, but it's just so quiet. I really did think this place would see a bit more action. Well, I certainly feel that way. The Vanguard pilots don't seem to want to associate with me. And I don't agree with Mr. Romack's views on the colony war, so there are few options left to me. You know, I really thought volunteering for this assignment was going to be the boost to my career that I was looking for. Now I suspect even SSNN has forgotten about me. So I've been told. Why, certainly. The Settled Systems News Network is the longest-running news service in, well, the Settled Systems. Reporters are dispatched all over, keeping an ear to the ground for some breaking news that should be known to everyone. It can, admittedly, be a bit of a pain making sure those stories reach our central office in New Atlantis. But until someone invents faster-than-light communication, it's the best we can do. Au revoir, as they say.
I am, hands down, the best pilot in this dump. Don't let anyone tell you different. Only a matter of time before I get promoted out of here.
If you see anything unusual or illegal, make sure you report it. Vanguard's here for a reason. We'll take care of it.
Right, Captain. Where are we headed next?
Only one. I'm glad that's finally resolved.
I dig how you handled that. Good show.
Can't believe Barrett snuck a transmission to us. He always finds it.
See that shroud covering Neon? Believe it or not, you're looking at the only city in the settled systems that powers itself from lightning.
Den to approaching vessel. Docking approved.
Green lights on outer hatch. We're docked.
This is UC Security. Prepare to be scanned for contraband. All right, we're done. You're cleared to land at New Atlantis.
Hey, can we skip the local chunks this time? Never agrees with my stomach.
Free stuff is the cheat. No, personally, I think daylight's overrated. I get by just fine. Yes, you did. You know how I know? The rain cloud over your head is all but gone. Here, for your hard work. With a Lady Lord back on my side, I expect the business to be less bust and more boom. And let us never speak of those accursed boots ever again.
So, what's new with you today?
Happy to make a deal. You need stuff, I need credits. It all? Take your time. I got all day. Watch your back out there.
I think I got them, what do you call them? Having a good one? Cool spacesuit. Been up there, huh? Space? Must be cool. I never get to go to space.
Something I can help you with?
I don't know why UC Security bothers with an office down here when they're clearly not interested in helping these people at all.
Let me take a look at your file.
give the word and we'll get underway.
Hello? Hello? Did I turn it on? I'm learning. Oh, thank God. The instructor, she won't wake up no matter what I do. And the ship, I just don't know what's going on. Oh no, it's about to start moving again. Help! What? With the power? How do you do that? Wait. It's starting again. Please, stop the ship. Just stop it and help the instructor, please. It's moving again. I can't make it stop. Make it stop. Shoot the engine. Oh no, something's happening! Hurry!
And we're locked in.
You managed to stop the ship. Thank you. But the instructor, she's in bad shape. Can you do something for her?
What? Oh, thank you. Is my student all right? The ship? Oh man, sorry, so sorry. I'm gonna catch my breath, and then I'll get us back to port. Take this. You deserve it.
You stopped the ship. I was going to die.
Still feel like I was hit by an Ashta. But, I feel weak as a kitten. But still alive and kicking.
Something I can help you with, Dusty?
Right, let's cycle that airlock and get aboard.
I really did think this place was...
None of us would be here now weren't for Vae Victis. We'd all do well to remember that. Back from a hard day's work promoting the heroes of the UC. I like it. Folks need to be reminded every once in a while that sacrifices have to be made to keep them safe. This is for your effort, Patriot. Don't spend it all in one place. Long live the UC!
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. And complete. Enjoy your stay in New Atlantis.
Hell of a city, isn't it? There's nowhere else like it in the galaxy.
Captain! Over here!
The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Vae Victis. Woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin. A title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come. I'm getting there. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death, on both sides. Freestar Collective, and UC. Military, and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned. He had his men open fire on civilian ships during the Battle of Cheyenne. A battle that he ultimately ended up losing anyway, devastating the UC fleet and bringing the colony war to an ugly end for the UC. But he's also the one who ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport during their outbreak, condemning countless lives. Both sides agreed the settled systems would be better without him. I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here. I mean, we never spent a lot of time together. He was too busy being fleet admiral to deal with kids. I was raised by a pair of guardians instead. Until his defeat during the colony war, though, he was known as an extremely effective commander. Savvy, perceptive. That mind opened a lot of doors for him. And for me, too. But Victus, for all his ability, was heartless. Ruthless to a fault. In the end, that's what cost him his life. Eye strain from the amount of reading I've got on the horizon if we succeed. The Terramorph project never went anywhere. It couldn't. They're deadly creatures, but they aren't xenoweapons. The cabinet not opening the archives is probably a bigger risk than them handing over the files. That data itself isn't dangerous, which probably wouldn't be a bad point for us to bring up, should the opportunity arise. Well, thinking about it more, I suspect there'd be value in sharing the fact that the Terramorph project was, well, a failure. There's no need to be afraid of this data being weaponized. Knowing that should calm some of the cabinet's fears and make it easier for us to dispel any suspicions the other factions might have about our intentions. That's actually a souvenir from my time on Mars. The Red Devils unit I was a part of, they were founded by recruits who'd worked some of Mars' deepest mines. Folks used to adversity. The dust at those depths, it seeps into everything. The human eye included. Where the name Red Devils came from in the first place. It became an unwritten rite of passage that anyone wanting to enlist with the Devils had to do a stint in the mines before they could join up. The Devils were always talked about in such revered tones during my training, so as soon as I was old enough, I signed up. And the eyes were my parting gift. Come find me when you're done.
Hey, no funny stuff with that boost pack. Got enough flight
Ah, Captain. Congratulations on joining the ranks of the...
Welcome back. Did you find your answers? I do have a Navy to run, you know? Can we possibly speed this up? Should we continue this some other time? I do have a Navy to run, you know?
Not only that, but we found someone there, alive. A child born from 2 of the crew that survived the crash. After her parents died, that poor girl spent years surviving on that hostile world, alone. We abandoned her, Admiral. We let her down.
I'm sorry. I had no idea. How could we have possibly known? Sona. Is that her name? She must be a remarkable young woman.
She's extraordinary, Admiral. And I'm afraid the United Colonies let her down.
You're absolutely right, Sarah. We did let her down. One thing that I can assure you is that the names of these men and women will never be forgotten. I'll see to it personally.
Thank you, Admiral.
Good luck to both of you. It's been an honor.
Once we're done here, we should have a little talk with Sona. Poor thing's waiting for us at the lodge.
I'm so excited to see Tony after work.
Good to be home.
We should probably talk. There you are. I was wondering when you'd come and say hi to me.
Hello, Sona. I see you found your way to the lodge without any trouble.
Yeah, it was kind of hard though. All these people around. Never seen so many people in my entire life. Yeah, it was. I guess I'll have to be brave.
You're already one of the bravest people I've ever met. So, what do you think? Do you like it here, Sona?
At the lodge? Yeah, this place is huge. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. You must be like a bazillionaire, Sarah.
Oh, don't I wish? This place isn't mine alone. It belongs to everyone who's a part of Constellation. And I think it should belong to you too, Sona. I want you to stay here and make this your home.
Whoa. Does that mean I get to go exploring with both of you? Or wait, do I get my own ship?
Exactly. And don't worry. At the rate you're growing, it won't be long until you're grav jumping to unexplored star systems on your own ship.
I understand. Oh, and don't worry, I learn real fast, so you better get ready to have another member of Constellation signing on for missions.
I can't wait.
Well, anyway, thanks for letting me stay here. I promise I won't let either of you down.
I'm sure that you won't. Well, I think we should let Sona get settled. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to visit the Colony War Memorial now. I want to pay my final respects.
Hey, let me know when you're ready to take me along with you. Should only be a few years. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it in all my life. Not even in Mom's picture slates. It's almost like a fairy tale. Like it's not real, you know? I'm sure that sounds pretty dumb to you. But hey, I lived in a house made from busted up spaceship parts and trees. Yeah, a little bit. That planet was the only real home that I ever knew. I know it sounds kind of weird, but it feels like I've left my family behind. It was a really tough decision to make. But you and Sarah were right. I had to move on with my life. And hey, one day when I'm old enough, I could always go back for a visit. See you later.
I am at your service, Captain.
Is there a problem?
Did you hear about that hotel bank breach? I think our accounts are safe.
I checked my account yesterday and it was all there. I haven't tried to look for it.
Look at this. All these people, their entire lives distilled down to names on a memorial. I wonder how close I came to being reduced to just a name. I am proud. I was simply too foolish to realize it until you changed my perspective. And I care about you too. There's obviously some kind of a connection between us that I think we need to discuss. Just let me have another moment here, and then we can head over to the waterfall, so we can talk in private. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
What was the name of that guy? The contact for the job?
I don't know.
They say they don't need a programmer.
You know, I like the Terrible uniform so much, I might actually become a barista just to wear one.
Okay, sounds good.
I have a feeling today's going to be a great day. Don't you agree?
Have a good one.
So much to see, so much to learn. Life is beautiful in that way. Yes?
Oh, please, take a look. Appreciate the business.
I'm telling you, you should meet my cousin. She'd be perfect for you.
Hey, no loitering.
We know when you're ready to launch. It's not much further. I think you'll want to hear what I have to say after we arrive at the waterfall. I do? You must have read my mind. If you'll just bear with me, I promise I'll explain everything.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep. Have a good one.
It's lovely here, isn't it? I've been from one end of the settled systems to the other. But this place, this exact spot, there's nowhere else like it in the galaxy. I knew you'd appreciate it. I usually come up here to mull over some of the heated debates we have at Constellation. You'd be surprised how many decisions I've made on this very spot. That's actually why I asked you to meet me up here. I was hoping we could talk about something very important. I know you are. Just give me a moment. I have a lot I need to say. It's about my return to Cassiopeia. What we learned about Sona has been constantly replaying in my mind. Maybe it sounds crazy, but that young girl's isolation feels like a reflection of my own life. Don't get me wrong, compared to Sona, I've had it easy. I've spent my life surrounded by all sorts of people. Constellation, the Navigator Corps. Hell, even the UC military. Despite that, no matter how hard I've tried to make them a part of my life, they tend to drift away and disappear. Are you sure? For all we know, it's in my nature to keep people at arm's length. Or worse, push them away. Finding someone like that would be wonderful. Wait a second. What exactly are you saying? Sorry, I just need a moment to gather my thoughts. I know you want to have a serious relationship. You want to become close. So, if you're willing to take that leap of faith with someone like me, then I'm ready to do the same. You're something truly special. You know that? You've helped me conquer my self-doubt, my confidence, hell, everything. For the first time in my life, I feel complete. And with you by my side, I'm convinced that feeling will last forever. You're the best thing that's happened to me in my life. I love you. Always. I received a message from my mother a few days ago. She's returned from another one of her sightseeing cruises. Oh, of course, I'm sorry. We never discussed this, did we? The thing is, my mother and I don't talk very much. We're not estranged or anything of the sort, we're just far apart. Sure, when you're younger. But as soon as you get older and they begin controlling your life, that's when you need to strike out on your own. Oh, I'm certain they felt they were doing the right thing. You see, both of my parents were diplomats working under the flag of the UC Administrative Division. After I completed my basic education, they signed me up for a 1-year apprenticeship in their department, without bothering to ask. Wanted isn't the right word. Demanded would be more appropriate. For my apprenticeship, I was sent to Sidonia. My job consisted of drafting political policies and arbitrating trade disputes. The silver lining of the job was that it allowed me to spend time exploring every square inch of Mars. You have to understand, this was my first time I was alone on another world. Now, don't get me wrong, Jemison is an amazing place, but for me, it was the old neighborhood. Mars was like a new frontier. Oh, I spent every waking moment I could exploring the planet. I was swallowed by it. Months before the apprenticeship ended, I dumped my diplomatic certification and joined the UC Navy. Of course, my parents didn't approve. We had a huge argument that resulted in all ties being severed between us. Yes, I was proud of myself. For a while. You see, my father was killed during the opening shots of the Colony War. I returned to Jemison for the funeral and reunited with my mother. After that, we vowed to stay in touch. After the Freestar Collective started farming Vesta, and the UC pushed back, my father was one of the many diplomats sent in to arbitrate. After the talks broke down, war broke out on Vesta, and all of the UC diplomats were evacuated from Freestar space. Unfortunately, my father's transport was caught in the crossfire. Aren't you sweet? Always concerned with how I'm feeling. That's why I fell in love with you. Your smile, your caring. It brightens even my darkest days. Listen, I'm going to be completely upfront with you. All this talk of family, it makes me wonder where our own relationship stands. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I regret the family life I left behind when I took off for the stars. If there was ever a chance for something like that between us, I wouldn't want to miss the opportunity. I love you too much to allow that to happen. That's why I asked about our future and where we stand.
You mean that? You'd do that?
For me? I've been dreaming about this moment and still... I don't know what to say. I swear, I'll love you until forever itself ends. I just need a little time to think about the ceremony. I have some thoughts about how we should move forward. You know, I used to dream about finding the love of my life. And here you are. All I ever needed was you, right here beside me.
Gonna lie, it's...
Holy shit!
Ever run into spacers? Scumbags and scavengers. They're like vultures.
Even in the well, the trade authority continues to flourish.
Of course.
Makes you sick, doesn't it?
The Trade Authority appreciates your visit.
Find a way. Can't keep them here forever.
Swear to God. And it wasn't.
Yards across the settled system.
I hope. It's amazing to think that this tree predates New Atlantis. Can you imagine all the changes it's seen?
Of all the assignments they could have given me. Could you stand a little to the left? I think you're blocking my readings. Oh, it's important research. I won't bore you with the technical details, but it's critical that I get this done. What? You've got to be kidding me. Is he seriously that desperate? No. No way. Kelton is actively ruining my career. There's no chance that I'm helping him with anything. Whatever this thing is he's on about, he's just doing it to make himself look good with the higher-ups. I'm not helping him with that. Yeah, that's all very touching. But cathartic or not, my career would still be in flames. He really won't let this go, will he? Maybe I can make this work in my favor. Okay, you know what? I'll hand over the data. But I'm only going to do so after you've helped me secure a better position in MAST. Oh, don't worry. You're just going to erase some files for me. Make sure I look good next time promotions get passed around. Well, then I guess we don't have anything else to discuss, and Kelton can just forget about getting his hands on the data. See you around. Changed your mind, did you? Willing to help me get a promotion? Best of luck out there. Of all the assignments they could have given me. Could you stand a little to the left? I think you're blocking my readings. Oh, it's important research. I won't bore you with the technical details, but it's critical that I get this done. Trees? I see what's going on here. You're working with Kelton, aren't you? Nice try, but it's not happening. No way. Kelton is actively ruining my career. There's no chance that I'm helping him with anything. Whatever this thing is he's on about, he's just doing it to make himself look good with the higher-ups. I'm not helping him with that. Right. Of course, we're all in danger. Trees are involved after all. He really won't let this go, will he? Maybe I can make this work in my favor. Okay, you know what? I'll hand over the data. But I'm only going to do so after you've helped me secure a better position in MAST. Oh, don't worry. You're just going to erase some files for me. Make sure I look good next time promotions get passed around. Wait, really? Wow. Okay. Okay.
I'll follow your lead, but I wish handling our tree issue didn't involve using illegal methods to get the job done.
I've gotten a few bad performance evaluations in the last couple of years. Totally unjustified, incredibly unfair. I found a backdoor into the MAST network so I could make some changes to my personnel file, but it turns out the chief engineer knows what she's doing. The only way to get access is from the terminal in her apartment, which is kind of locked. Sorry, that's not on the table. From where I'm standing, kinda seems like it is. Yeah, maybe. Okay, look. Just hear me out, all right? I really need this to happen. If you do this for me, I can make it worth your while. You delete that data, I get promoted, I'm pulling in a bigger salary. I can compensate you. I'll throw in some extra credits for you, okay? A nice little bonus. But first, you need to get into the chief engineer's apartment. Fine, you win. Just get out of my sight. And tell Kelton to stuff it.
I hope you have the data. It's really quite crucial. That he is. I'm sorry that you had to put up with him, but this data is vital. I'm sorry if this was complicated. I'd prefer to remain unaware of the details in the event that it comes up later, particularly in a legal setting. And I suppose I'd better verify the data to make sure Emilio didn't double-cross me. But you have once again come through for me. I'm truly hoping that this is the last piece I need to figure out what we can do. and I appreciate it. Thank you for your assistance. Oh, I was hoping we might run into one another again. Your timing is most fortuitous. I'm on the verge of something, but I don't quite have all the information I need. You have no idea how much I appreciate that, truly. Of course, now that I understand more about what's going on, it seems plain as day, and yet I never would have imagined it before. The tertiary trunks have also liquefied their interiors, but they're not vibrating. I thought perhaps it was some sort of defect, but it's much simpler. They're listening. It means it is ready to reproduce. I believe this tree is sending vibrations out over massive distances and expecting to detect sympathetic vibrations in return. As of yet, there's been no response. I suspect that will not change, that a response is impossible, and that's very, very bad news. We're continuing to see an increase in the strength and frequency of the vibrations. I don't know how much more significant it'll become. If there's no response, the tree may vibrate itself and some nearby portion of the city to destruction. Now, as of yet, there has been no response, and clearly none of the nearby individuals are a correct match. While it can't be ruled out that the intended recipient of these messages was cut down during the city's expansion, there is one other possibility. Over 100 years ago, the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective emerged from the Narian War. As a gesture of peace and goodwill, a near-literal olive branch, one of the trees from New Atlantis, was offered to the leaders of Aquila City. Nice. Short-sighted and ill-advised, in my opinion. Of course, you can't just uproot a native species and plunk it down on some other planet in a totally different environment and expect it to grow. Clearly, no exobotanists were consulted ahead of time. The end result was wholly predictable. The tree died within a few short years. Clever, But no, not necessarily. The tree died, yes, but branches were kept. At least one still exists in the museum there in the city. If I had that branch, I could get DNA samples, and then using various data I've gathered, I could attempt to simulate a response. We could then broadcast that response and hopefully calm down our friend here. But as I say, I need that branch. I'm afraid I can't be two places at once, and I have too much going on here. The museum in Aquila City is under the supervision of one Miss Kassler, I'm told. I don't know anything about her, but hopefully she'll be willing to listen to reason and assist our cause. All right, off you go. We don't have any time to waste.
Aquila would be a quaint world to retire on, if the damn wildlife wasn't so hostile.
I'm telling you, you should meet my cousin.
Keep it moving.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet...
Welcome to the Co-Heritage Museum. I offer a brief tour, and I'm happy to discuss the city's history as well. If you find any more of the Coe family's legacy, please let me know. That is not something I expected to hear today. I assume you're somehow associated with the United Colonies? I've received some odd messages of late. Several that bordered on being incomprehensible. Honestly, I thought it was some kind of strange prank until now. A bunch of gibberish about dire consequences and frequency modulation and genetic reconstruction. It all came across as rather unhinged. Well, I'm afraid you've wasted your time because I'm not authorized nor particularly inclined to release any of our pieces. That includes 100-year-old tree branches. Sorry, but it's staying in storage. I have artifacts that date all the way back to the time of Solomon Coe himself. I hear what you're saying, but I'm afraid it's out of the question. I guess I don't want to impede anything important. Sorry, but I can't. I'm no fan of the UC, but I still don't want anyone to get hurt. I can't believe I'm doing this. Please return it in one piece.
While we're here, let's swing by Centaurian so I can pick up some ammo.
Hey, no loitering.
I hope Aquila City has what we need. Have you paid a visit to Miss Castler in Aquila City? Yes, of course. I'll see that it is returned to her in one piece. Well, perhaps minus a few shavings. Now, I just need a moment to analyze this and synthesize an audio response to our friend here. All right, so we'll feed in a sample. Now the program will incorporate the genetic and chemical makeup of the sample, extrapolating the size and structure of the original tree. This was put together rather hastily, so complete accuracy is impossible, but I'm hoping it's enough. And there it is. Our best hope for a positive solution to this mess. So, we now have a simulated response to our tree. All that's left is to play it. Oh, I'm quite certain you couldn't achieve the necessary register. Far too low for human vocal cords. I've been forced to listen to this SSNN kiosk chatter incessantly this entire time. I think it could be put to better use. We don't have time to go through the proper channels, but if you can find a terminal and get this uploaded into their system, it might do the trick. I have no doubt that you will.
I bet whoever came up with bad news travels fast wasn't taking interstellar distances into account.
Gotta call someone's power kept going.
Sounds like they might be setting security.
investments really took a pounding last quarter.
In business circles, it's considered common wisdom that Sidonia's best days are long behind.
We've done it! I'm already seeing reductions in the strength of the vibrations. The tree is calming down. I can hardly believe that worked. I don't know. We've been in uncharted territory this whole time. That doesn't stop now. With the immediate crisis hopefully over, I can slow down and review everything we've learned. And certainly, I'll be keeping a much closer eye on our friend going forward. And you have saved this tree and advanced our scientific knowledge of our environment. Noble work across the board. You have my gratitude and that of every citizen in New Atlantis, though they don't know it.
I've got your back.
Tragedy struck Russell Settlement on California. Surprise terrorist attack killed every settlement. There were no survivors. The settled systems are sadly no strangers to terrorist attacks, but how and why they are barely understood. Including a service for the well, offering their sincerest condolences. The heart of the settled system.
Oh, I don't know. A few trees here and some grass there, and this place might not look so awful.
low of a temperature.
That the UC was entertaining the notion of xeno-warfare angers me to the core.
Just be honest with the cabinet. They can deny the truth, but that doesn't change it. You should head out. You and Hadrian have a big job ahead of you.
There's still quite a bit of mineral wealth down here. Perhaps it would be worth our time to survey the area for more. Look at all this old drilling equipment left here to rust. Not surprising, though. Mining lasers rendered these machines completely obsolete. Definitely know your way around a lock. All that junk you're hauling is seriously slowing you down.